Good morning, good evening. My name is Yups. I'm recording this on the 25th of December. So Merry Christmas to whatever you may be watching this. This is gonna be one of the rant videos that I did with Kondo about the AI. I don't want to bother myself to just write a script for this. So um, they released a little leak from Rokutuya, and they mentioned about Eastern Proud Nordics. So at first, I always don't go too negative about things because uh, it's not a good thing to go out of your way to just be straight up negative and just wait and see how they could approach this, or like how they can make it better. So I saw like a tweet today. I woke up and then I saw like a friend of mine sending me a screenshot of like a translation, a quote unquote translation. We're rebalancing the entire game from scratch with the intention of being the latest work, not just expansion. So any idea of the game being like just an update just for you to pay or so, it's like a $20-$30 or so, I think it's completely out of the question right at the get go. Uh, so anyone who bought the game just need to buy it again. It's kind of actually terrible because the game just got like localized like 2 months, 2 months later, 2 months before. So it's kind of like a spit on the face. And I had like the entire idea of like they're just making an expansion, so it will not take that much of a deal for Nissa to just rework the like just to translate the entire DLC. But they have to do from this tiny scratch now. I don't think this game is gonna be localized 2025. It might be. They made it like a teaser of like they could just localize the East games in less than 6 months or so. So it could have a chance as well, but I just don't see the space for it to do so. It could be like five like Falcom games, like five Falcon games like to next year or so. It could be good, but like the catalog would be so big with just Falcon or so. And we don't even know if Ikai will get like a localization next year or so, but there's like a high chance or so. And there's like a thing. What game are you gonna play on Fall? Because Fall is gonna be the Sky remake and the Kai. Though I don't really mind if they do so, because Sky first is just like a start with the series, so whoever wants to start with the series plays Sky the first, and whoever has been waiting for the localization for the newest Trials game just play the Kai. Which I don't really mind. It will be like a decent idea, but it'll kind of like destroy themselves a little bit if they release at the same like time frame or so. They could release like 2 or 3 months in space, so they can fit through on the shareholder on the financial support, financial report. They could, but I just don't really see how Eastern Proud would really fit in the catalog, because already we have Felgana in January, we have Daybreak in February, the 13 or so. We have, what's more? I'm trying to think which more we have. We have Self-Seta that didn't say anything about it when it's going to release. There's a lot of things, and coming back for a little bit, we're rebalancing the entire game from scratch. So maybe some OST placements or whatever the hell. It could be like a decent thing, I guess, because the soundtrack of the game is very like weak, like very weaker than expected. There's like a new stage or so, another mana user. Now have a fire battle, new bosses, new arenas, and minor ride races. I just don't feel like too positive anymore. But I don't know. I feel like it's just feels completely scummy to do so. Even though like Kuro 2 got fucked for this game, by the way. Like Kuro 2 got like pushed to just to just fit to the usual yearly releases that Falcon does. So I just feel so like a bad taste in my mouth, bad taste in my mouth. I don't know. I just don't really feel positive about this. Also, I don't really like the comparison to Atlas, but this is just completely one. uh, Falcom did this before. Like this is the third time they did with Is 8 with the release of the PS3 video, and then they had like a bunch of Dennis content, and they released the PS4 version where they had like the entire fucking the Dana backstory. They did with Tokyo Xanadu, and they released like a EX version. I don't know if it's like 1 or 2 years after the game released, after the Tokyo Xanadu released. So they did that. There is like a ton of like versions of Is 1 and 2, but I just don't feel like is that comparable to those two things I just mentioned. I feel like they're just trying to start the idea of just releasing one more game, the more than the usual one they release every single year, to just fit and start the idea. Oh, we can make it two games per year or so. But I feel like starting the game from scratch and just trying to add like little more things, even though like it has like a new story and new bosses or so, I don't feel like it's completely original to do so. It just feels a bit like scary of like, oh, they really said, for example, Kaiju or whatever the hell, or like a new IP or so, and then 2 years later they release a game. But ourselves in the West are going to get to the game like 1 year, like 1 year or like 6 months or so after the game release, or how should I like say it? It's just like they release like the game 2 years, and we have a space of like waiting for the like, entire year for the game to be localized, and then next year the game just got an quote unquote expansion. I just have to stick with it. So it makes like everyone like scared of like, should we just buy the game and just play it, and then a year later we just get an expansion and they will have to spend like I don't know, like $60 or so. I don't know. It makes me scared of what they're planning to do in the next year or so. If they're gonna like make an expansion of another game, I guess we just have to wait or so. But this is a video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It's just a bit of a rant that I just saw on Twitter. That I saw like I tweeted on Twitter. It's funny to just say it. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I guess to see you guys in the next video. Bye.